Okay. Today I'm going to be this is the beginning of my new series called The Secrets of Bent. If you don't know anything from my web series, Battle for the Enchanted Netherite Trophy that I am doing over on Planet Minecraft. This is the first chapter of this series, and as such, I want to make it about the origins, the start of this community. So, first thing I want to say is how Bent was made, and what inspired me to make it. Yeah, this is not scripted at all. I'm literally just making all this up on the go as I go. So yeah, and I will be doing this in the background. I don't really know what to say. But anyway, The Secret of Bent, Chapter 1. The beginning of a community. So okay, I think that Bent it traces back to goes back to March of 2022. So I'm sitting in my history class, bored out of my mind like usual. The teacher let us take notes on our computers. We have these school-issued Chromebooks. So of course that's what I am doing. Yeah, I'm definitely taking notes. That's what I'm doing. Then I think of something. I used to watch Battle for Dream Island, that web series with anthropomorphic objects competing to win Dream Island. Duh. But I don't watch it anymore as I just got sick of it. The fan base was toxic, the character development was kinda cringe. But yeah, actually before I've been planning to make a web series. Like more object show I had concepts for it, I had this whole fandom wiki made for it. Then I just lost interest. Much like I do with lots of the projects that I start. So I decided since Minecraft is cool. I like Minecraft. I like the characters. I am gonna make an object show web series thing, but with Minecraft characters. So that's where it began. My boring history class coming up with this concept. And I was just going through my going on the fandom wiki and quickly switching between tabs so our teacher doesn't see. I think there were at least a few teachers in that classroom at the time. I think one of them might have been a case manager. I'm not sure, but I decided I want a roster, so I go on to and the fandom Minecraft fandom wiki, and I start looking at the list of mobs. I started including all of them. I was making a list of all the Minecraft mobs in alphabetical order, which is probably how this thought to make a roster started. Where it originally came from. So anyway, I start making out putting them into groups, and that was the hard part, was sorting them out into groups. I wasn't sure how I would necessarily put them into groups. It was a bit hard. I actually made the teams before I started writing the series. So I first started out by making the teams. I made I didn't name them until after I had made them. Clearly. I think an aviation was the first team that I filled up. When I was making an aviation, I just wanted to put like all the mob vote characters in there. And related ones. And actually, the reason why I didn't put Isolager on aviation is because, not only would he have fit better with the Raiders and the rated theme, it's also that he actually hates Glow Squid, canonically, for beating him in the 2020 vote. So I couldn't bear to be in the same team as him. So I had the teams made out. I didn't even know which mobs I was gonna choose. I was kind of just like reading off the list of mobs in the fandom, deciding on a whim. First from the last few ones. The originally I put like Warden and Axolotl. I put them on Alleviation just because like, they're newish, considering Warden and Town. They weren't even. I don't even think they were added to the game at that point. I don't even know if the first 1.19 snapshot had been released at that point. I don't know. That was kind of before I already played snapshots. So that was the start of it. That one paragraph. One measly paragraph there would become Bent 1, the game as begin. I wrote that later after I had made the roster. And actually, originally, you, the voter was going to be, there were gonna be an employee in the series. Yeah, voters gonna be employees. Yeah, so I start writing it. But then again, I wasn't really going to. I didn't know it was gonna work out making, I couldn't really decide how I was gonna do it with, the employees being part of the, series. I mean, the voters canonically existing in the Bent universe from the start. I couldn't really work that out. So I decided to scrap it, but then I forgot to remove it from the intro part that explained the rules of voting in Bent and how exactly it would work. So that kind of just stayed there. I feel like I kind of really think of how to change it, per se. So I kind of stayed with that. And I didn't really even think about it. I didn't really think about much with that. I don't know what I'm saying. Like I'm live. This is really unscripted. Yeah, it's pretty awkward right now. So it's just some one character that started it. And it was not soon until it wasn't soon much later after I released that first chapter that I received the first comment I bent from a user who I will not mention due to the fact that later on she would try to destroy the entire series, which I probably will not address in a future episode of this series. As awful as it is, I would just love to. It is extremely important to vent. It's a big deal. Kinda is a big deal and should be addressed in one of these episodes. But probably much later or not in the first one. So anyway, that first voter, it was a really big deal. It was my first voter in the series. And pretty soon I had reached up to I had reached way more votes than I thought I would get. I got 16 votes on that first chapter, which was absolutely amazing. I mean, later that would be pretty impressive considering I had that. It wouldn't exceed that amount for like a while. Exceed, but it was still a big amount. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so that was the start of the community. I just want to say straight out, my parents are really big on me. They're always like, you need to go find a community or whatever. All that nonsense. They want me to like, join a club or something. Here's the thing, I'm an introvert. And I don't want to join a club, like in real life. So that's why Bent is like ever so important to me, as that's my community. And I really like it. It's something that I made. It's something important, more important to me than some like a school-sponsored student council made club that I like really don't care about. I'm only doing because I'm being forced to. Which I'm afraid they can't and won't understand. But that's to be expected. Anyway, this community is like really important to me. You guys are the rest of the Planet Minecraft community. But Expect in particular, it's important to me because like I created it. I'm the head of this community. So it is obvious that this would be that important to me. It's something that I made. But the start of the community, and like how exactly I made it, what inspired me, that kind of stuff, that might bring that up. So what inspired me for this, it was the web series Battle for Dream Island, which I do not watch anymore. After waiting for like over a year for the second season of their the second episode of their latest season to come out, and watching it and realizing it wasn't that good. I'm done with it now. I thought that after a year of working, it would be good. I think this is my opinion, though, that that episode of it is not good, and it's poorly made. That's just my opinion, and other people can believe differently. That is incorporated into my web series. It was my inspiration. And that one chapter, it was the very start of my community that I've made. So yeah, I really appreciate it. I guess as poorly written as the first chapter is, not because I am native English speaker. I am good at writing. But I think the reason why it's so poorly written is because I didn't put that much effort into writing it. So we ended up with this really low quality, one paragraph long thing that, really doesn't explain anything about, like, the characters, where they're at, or why they want the trophy. It just says, like, the first game is hide and seek. I can probably sum up in, like, 30 seconds. Like, the first game is hide and seek. Everyone else loses because they can't coordinate because they're mostly animals. Battle for the Enchanted Netherite Trophy, Chapter 1. The game must begin in a literal nutshell. So, yeah. There really isn't that much else behind the first chapter, except for the fact that I kind of wrote it during history class at school because I got so bored. So yeah, that's where I like thank my history teacher for the creation of my web series. I probably wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for him. And his boring class and me having to listen to another lesson about like world religions or whatever. I mean, I would continue to write more chapters during school, as back then in the early days of Bent, I was on a huge schedule, like a really tight schedule to get the chapters out the exact day that voting for the last chapter would end. Of course, all that changed like in the later chapters, like 11 and 12. Around that time, because of my I also had time limitations in this series. I was just overbooked with something else. I don't remember what, but maybe it was like vacation or something. Yeah, it was probably my vacation during spring break that really got me to take a bit of a break and not think about Bent during every waking hour of my life. Which I guess is a good thing. I'm thinking about something different for once. But yeah. I'm just gonna check how long has this. Okay, so yes, and what you guys want to say, there probably isn't much else to address about this. So that's pretty much all. The start of the community was in that one chapter. Probably next week I'm gonna do another one that I go over maybe the name, talking about the names of the locations and characters. Something like that. Yes, I am going to be directing this over to a different stream. Not that I know how to do a live redirect. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the Secrets of Bent for today. Before I end this, I just want to bring it up that I asked when I announced this on Planet Minecraft that I was going to make this stream. I asked for questions. I get one question: How do you make Among Us toast? So, Among Us toast, a food known to be served in the elimination dorm. How is it made? So, okay, the story behind Among Us toast. The creators of the Among Us toast. It's sort of like cafeteria. It's a kind of cafeteria food. So the cafeteria food distribution center people give me a lifetime supply of it for the elimination dorm. I believe that they make it by using like stencils, I guess, to just cut the bread in the shape of an Among Us crewmate. So I hope that answers the question as to how do I make Among Us toast. And with that, that's it for the secret event, and I will be directing over to another stream. Thanks for watching.